Well,
Don't learn it.
oh my god. I literally talked, I asked people who were watching the stream what were the issues? They said there were no problems. We don't know why they ended the stream. I have already pressed the button to start streaming again. It was working perfectly fine. If I wanted to, I would already do it. Game 5.
DSR.
Is DSR on?
Where is the DSR? There's the road.
There's no DSR. There's no DSR.
Okay.
What? A tournament without DSR?
DSR.
No fucking shit. No fucking shot. What?
Well, the deals will go in.
Okay, can we get Z and Raven Rabbit, please?
What the fuck happened?
I got accidentally unclipped something.
Is that screen also blacking out?
Yeah, but
But did it go black for a second? Yeah. Okay. In that case, I wonder if
I was. No, I actually thought it was blue. I actually did. I was like, that last stop, like before I'd taken your second to last stop, I was like, okay, I'm going to reset.
What? Yeah, that's fine.
Did you flip the switch on the GameCube adapter?
Oh, no, it's a USB one.
Oh, use the port, use that port, please. Yeah. No, like the one next to the GameCube adapter.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, that was. I suspect that this port doesn't work.
Yeah, I tried the top one as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's the mic on.
yeah, it's on.
Alright. So now, okay, so now we've got Raven versus Z. Alright. Go. Okay, so this is PK on Compass now, and we've got Raven versus Z right now, and I hope for a nice clean match, unlike whatever the fuck happened just now. Don't you love technical issues? I sure do. You dropped that.
Why don't you put the...
Thank you. Corner. Green zone. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got Raven versus Z here. I'm guessing it's going to be Sylvanas versus Rano. Yes. Both of these characters are extremely potent with their combos. And one of them is fast, one of them has long reach. Let's see where this match takes us. Seems like they're doing button checks at the moment. Caitlyn here rocking the full sharp tag in reference to Sharp Infinity, who sadly died. Or couldn't attend. He died inside when he couldn't attend. I just want someone to hit and be uncomfortably. Is that too much to ask for? Right. So yeah, they're practicing English movements and rock, paper, scissors. Caitlyn wins. And bans Tower of Heaven. Oh, Ethereal Gates or Tilt Spell. They're going to Ethereal. A very nice stage for Sylve. Lots of ground for Sylve to cover with grass, as well as the two side flats, which are often in prime positions to extend Sylvanas combos. Kate gets an early lead, setting up stage control and just doing a nice chunk of damage on Raven. However, Raiden manages to alter the flow of battle after a trade, and now it's looking quite even. Caitlyn's lost all her grass, but it doesn't matter because she's taken it, because Raven's lost her stock. We have some nice tech chasing and comboing here from Raven. Kate tries to use the Howl to break Raven's pressure, however Raven does not land in time for that to be an issue for her. However, Raven does want to kill Sharp soon if she wants to make it even again. Wait, no, not Sharp. Kate. and the back air shall seal it out with only a 56% disadvantage. Caitlyn almost gets the kill with the up air there, however she was not high enough for it to take the stop. Caitlyn here is desperately trying to get rid of her poison, and looks like Raven will get rid of it for her in exchange for a good solid amount of percent. Mari's needles here are a massive pain to recover against, especially when you apply poison, which can make bubble punishes quite dangerous. The game is looking a lot more Raven favoured now after the stock take. Kate is now just trying to set down her grass, or at least break up Raven's pressure, but Raven managed to take the stock before Kate can do anything. Kate Z. Yo, and Raven SDs. Very unfortunate. Cage manages to recover quite swiftly, but it's hit with a minor punish, but it doesn't matter, he's back on the rope, he's back on track, and if she can make back the 50% deficit or take the stock, she'll be in the lead, with the stock being a massive lead for victory. And Raven managed to take the game with the up strong. Not as bullshit as that up strong from Neem earlier, but clean instead. Kate here instead decides to opt out to frag. Much stronger normals and faster burst options than Sylvanas, especially in Craig's Nair, which is extremely disjointed and fast. Excellent combo starter, so maybe this will help relieve the pressure Raven's applying. The game starts off with a rock throw from Caitlyn, which is immediately parried, but Caitlyn manages to get some percent and even a parry. Plays a parry from Raven. Involves the right assembly, I do not know, but Kate's got a nice rhythm here going, and the rhythm of the match is in her favour. Doesn't get hit by the whirly early, but how will she get off the ledge? With siding. Almost confirms into an up strong, however, the miscarried punish into game carried. That is unfortunate on Caitlyn's behalf. The bubble blocks the rock, and very nice work of the bubble in Raven's path. And it catches Raven. However, Raven here will now have to recover against. Raven recovers. Makes it seem a lot less of an issue than it actually was. Raven's proficiency makes a lot of dangerous scenarios seem a lot safer than they actually are. But Caitlyn here now wants to take the stop, and Downstrong will do it. Well, starting the rock, Frag is quite vulnerable due to his first active frames being rather slow to most other characters' fastest options, and the fact that he cannot take, but she manages to throw the rock immediately, and gets caught by the up dive kick. Very clean spike from Raven here, very unfortunate for Caitlyn, but will she be able to take it off the top? No, she will not. In fact, she takes it inside the bubble. She manages to get it to Nair F strong. Didn't even know that was a thing you could do, but here we are. Probably isn't. Caitlyn's at a massive deficit here. Will she be able to make a comeback? That is the question. Manages to take a roll away from the upswing at the last possible and picks it up. Roll and she dies. Fails to get the correct DI, and Raven takes the second game. Will Caitlyn go for another character switch? Back to Sylvanos. And they go to Tempest. Notorious, lovable, hateable Tempest. Some Sylvanos players, such as Ophelia, consider this to be an extremely good stage for Sylvanos because they can cover the side platforms extremely well. However, we'll see what Caitlyn makes out of this pick. Raven's making good use of gun needles here to extend pressure. And sadly Kate's F-Strong and neutral does not catch anything and neither does her bear. But it's possible that she's... Where is she aiming? Okay, the up-strong managed to connect, doesn't take the stock yet. However, one good read should be able to seal it out for Caitlyn. Or Raven, in fact. The sweet spot back air was poorly DI'd for Caitlyn's behalf. It is a dangerous move that brand new players will absolutely know how to use. Raven uses the side parts quite well to recover without risk of getting cut. It's one of the things about the stage they've got that makes it really unique in how you can recover the side parts and they're virtually disconnected from the main stage in every way, physically and conceptually. Caitlyn manages to the S1, but she's at 122, so she might as well be dead. Will she be able to make the comeback? Because this may be her game, her last game of this tournament. It's interesting that it is, wait. Gets the double flowers, each flower deals 10%, though I wonder if it lands all the hits. Raven lands the up-strong, taking Caitlyn's stock. Although Caitlyn uses the iframes to massively damage Raven and puts Raven into a terrible position. However, Caitlyn doesn't decide to extend or anything and leaves Raven to their devices so that they can kill it. The game is looking a lot closer now than it was at the beginning. Raven keeps recovering to the side plat. Very good, nice upbeat ledge cancels from Raven. However, on subsequent attempts, will Caitlyn actually cover them? Because Raven seems to be having quite a repetitive pattern when it comes to her recovery. Caitlyn throws out the up B in neutral and it does absolutely nothing. Just like Raven, Caitlyn is now using the side platforms to recover without the risk of getting covered from Barry. Gets 3 got down to up air, but not much comes out of it. At this point, a good confirm would take the game. Almost. And that's the end. Caitlyn is still one game away from losing, however, it's looking more doable than it was before. I have no idea if you guys can hear me, so I'm just going to keep talking. Okay, yeah, I'll take it that you can hear me. Banning Trollpool, Spirits, and Endless Abyss. I find it interesting that they banned Trollpool, considering that that certain seals consider it one of the stage. However, I'm not one to judge. Raven managed to land the 3 dash attacks in a row, gained still enough stage. Dash attack is proving very useful for Raven right now. Takes through the up B and lands the punish. The flower almost hits Raven, however, Raven barely spaced around it when going towards bubbles. We're seeing some fairly interesting from both players. Land the sweet spot on up strong, and Raven makes 7, just like Kate. Raven lands an absolutely beautiful confirm off of the bringing Z's scent and poison to their mouths. A 70% deficit looks very, very bad here for Z. So it may just be Raven's game, or it is too soon to count the chickens before they hatch. Kate's spaced out quite far away from ledge, making it very safe. I thought that would completely whiff, but Kate clearly knows the range that her Opstrom covers. And so does Raven, covering possibly the entirety of the platform and all options without Opstrom. And that's game. 3-1, Raven to Z. Beautiful performance from both players here. Now Caitlin, get on comms, you cowards. The coward will not get on comms.
We'll have to get you and Raven.
Oh, but next?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would be like those people.
Change his playing the last
Oh, okay. Okay, next is me versus Raven.
I've been playing for 2 weeks.
Wish me luck. He's all set now.
Listen, 20 people.
What's the wonderful ball?
It's never a fucking joke.
Serious?
We'll do it Bro, it's 2 stops. This is RNG. We don't need line.
This is definitely
current pairs, none of the current matchups are ready to fight, so it's time for an ad break. This team is sponsored by absolutely no one. I'm broke. Someone give me money. I don't know. Fuck all peanut stuff. Does anyone like frogs? Frogs are great.
Rico, move it to the donkey around the ground stuff. We're restarting. We won. No. Please.
Aye, it looks like we've got Slime versus Meme. I think. Right, the game's starting. Yep, Neiman and Slime. What? Slime is altering his controls, and game is go. Slime is doing a very good job of keeping Neem off stage at the moment. Neem's only option at that point was side B, I guess. And, well, once you know that, options to cover are a lot simpler. But the fact that Slime put Neem in that situation so early That's quite good. Way to go, Slime. Gets the parry, gets the kill. Very good, Slime. Oh, these are the jabs to keep them inside the... Oh. Like, drains need resources and forces them to go into that. That is brilliant from Slime there. Slime is doing some very, very nice combos here. And Neem is struggling to keep up. Has already been lapped in stocks. Almost gets the sweet spot back air, however trades before that could happen. And he gets hit by the explosion and is in take block out due to the premature air dodge. Neem taking pre-stop. Very good stage for flat drop aerials. Very small stage, so it's very off stage. Wait. Slime kept Neem off stage all of the last game. I wonder what Neem's team can taking a very off stage stage. Well, either way, Slime almost takes a stop. In fact, 95% already on the board. In fact, whole stop on the board with only 21% taken from Slime. Neem's banned the down tilt as all Arcane should, and manages to secure a hit. Honestly, I'm not sure what Neem's strategy is here, but like, he occasionally gets a few small strings, but he also will get killed. Right, it's possible for Neem to take this. In fact, he gets the watery trap. Very beautiful. Yeah. Hey Raven, do you want to hop on comms? What? You want to commentate with me? And here we have Raven on comms.
Hi, it's me. Alright, what game is it?
Game 3.
Game 3?
Yep.
2-0 to Slime.
Yep, 2-0 to Slime.
So what we've been talking about, just like general things like about the matchup, or do you want me to like, because if I can give my analysis. So
Give step-by-step analysis, general advice about matchups, insights about Slime's vacations. I really do not care.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, I know the main thing like for this kind of matchup is just like Apsis like has some really good tilts because like Orkin really kind of has to like. I say he plays kind of grounded, like in the sense that he moves around the platforms a lot and such, and just the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Orkane's got very slippery waveland, he's got his hydroplanes, the whole shebang.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of just stellar ground movement, which like Absa really just has to kind of keep in check with things like Thunderland, not Thunderland, but like Cloud or like F2. She has the option to deal with it, but she does have to do it, and like there's obviously counterplay. Like you can do something like Wave Dash, and just crouch and expect something like do crouch cancel or something. But
crouch cancels are very, very vital in the matchup if Absence just standing to
Yeah. But like in this case, like Absa's side here is just kind of going in more, just showing the other side. Absa has a ridiculous combo game.
Neem's going a lot more even here than in previous games. Only a 30-40% deficit.
Yeah.
In fact, Neem could probably take a stop right here.
I can definitely say it definitely not with the damage, but like you have to try and find some way to get like a surprise kill. Don't Smash very good at that, of course, because it's so fast. So many ways to mix up DI.
Gets parried and gets killed. Slime is going to keep asserting his lead with gravity cancels into wavelands.
Yeah, you're just pretty much just at this point, like, your ops, you're fine. You can just play that solo game, and then as soon as you get a hit, you just take a mal from it like this. And you die.
Very, very...
I thought that was double fair, that was fair to air.
Yeah. Slime takes the set,
3-0.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 3-0.
Yeah, it was.
And now it's me versus Raven.
Alright.
I think. Wait, is it me versus Raven or...
We'll get you playing.
Yeah, we-
I need to play Ultimate really quickly. Like, right after this.
Okay, good.
That makes
Get it done.
Go ahead.
Alright, I got Chains, Boss Hog. Chains? I forgot who. I don't know who you played for.
Chains?
Chains, Boss Hog.
Yeah, but Chains Boss Hog.
I just don't know who. I just don't know who does Chains play? Do you know?
No idea.
Chains, who do you play?
I play Rano.
Rano.
Okay,
Okay.
so-
I
so
can
here
give,
we
I
go
can give
another-
insight into this matchup because I know Rano, funnily enough. You know.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
here we have another Rano against Boss Hog.
We have another Rano.
I am Rano.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
The famous inventor of the Boss Hog technique, the infinite stall on Hoden. And here we
Oh,
shall see Boss Hog. On most likely his crab.
yeah. Hodan would be an interesting character to see, but I somewhat suspect it might not come out. I'd say he's, Rivals, especially as leaders, love adding just a bunch of specialist technical characters. But like,
At this point in the meta, Hoden is generally considered mid-tier, I believe.
yeah, there was this period when he came out when everything into the sun comboed into
Yeah.
charge up B and you
One
killed
of the-
people at like 50.
one
That
of
was
the most-
very funny, I love that time.
Yeah, one of the most important nerfs to Hoden, in my opinion, is him losing his charge whenever he uses a recharge move. Because, like, charge
yeah.
dot tilt into up B wasn't true, but God was it brutal.
It was true in DIN, but like most people just DI'd in anyway because of unfamiliarity, scare. He doesn't really have too many threatening options. Like the only other option after that would be a charge fair. The main thing I think that does hurt with is like a conversion to the charge fair, kind of like charge F tilt, especially if you don't.
Wait,
if
the
you
charge
had
F
used-
tilt?
Not charge F tilt, charge forward air. I mean, my bad. But and also like it hurts his neutral a lot because he can't do charge side B immediately. But I also don't. We shouldn't really be talking about Hodan too much because I don't suspect that Hodan will be coming out. So instead, we can talk about Rano Crag. Rano Crag is a matchup I'd say Rano does win, but Crag definitely has tools to make it a bit more on the difficult side. The main thing I think is definitely down B. Rano really has to like hard commit to being able to parry that because he doesn't really have the airspeed to just jump over it and such. And since he has to play more platforms oriented, it can be sometimes a bit easier for Crag to use his big normals and stuff to just kind of wall out wherever Rano wants to approach from. And the main thing we'll also see is if Chains has the ability to recover around more experienced Crag like Boss Hog is.
One thing we saw a lot in the Z versus Raven matches was that Z actually opted to not edge guard off stage very often. So sections where Raven was sent far off stage and had to use the bubble to recover, she was free to do so.
Yeah, just being able to like have 20 billion different recovery mix-ups up your pocket is just something you kind of need to do whenever you're playing Crag, not Crag, Rano. I mean also Crag, but
I mean most characters, to be honest.
to be fair, like unless you're like playing a super duper like I have free recovery, which is very rare. It's like you really only see it
okay,
from, like,
who the hell doesn't really use all that many recovery mix-ups?
I mean, like, Raster doesn't be threatened, but if he does lose his jumps or use them too recklessly, then he can be in a bit of a sticky situation, because then you're really just relying on Tornado and up B. But, these characters, these two
Olympia?
That's just Olympia in general. You don't need to think.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too big
I'm
a fan of
having my,
Olympia's design.
I have my platform on this stream. I can talk about how garbage design Olympia is and how
I like all the other workshop characters, don't get me wrong. Like, maybe they're OP, maybe they've got dumb options, but overall, I think they're cool
It's
concepts.
Rivals of Aether, every character has stupid options, and if you
but,
you
like-
complain about it, you're playing the wrong video game.
That is true.
But like about this matchup in specific, like I talked a bit about Crag, how Crag can deal with Rano. Rano can deal with one of Crag's main things so well. Nair is just a free, completely destructive. I am going to ignore rocket tool. There's no risk to you just throwing out Nair. You have to like hard call that out by holding it. But
Why
normally
would you hard call out Nair? Like,
yeah. Seeing these really like fast.
like it's got practically zero landing line.
Yeah. It's got very little.
Well, either way, Boss Hog here starts off with a nice amount of percent, but
Okay.
gets sent off stage.
High pillar. He does actually snipe.
Ooh,
That's it.
that Okay, that's the stock.
That's a very quick stock. That was so
That was
nice.
that was a very simple edge guard, I
Yeah,
guess.
that was like under 30%. He just died. Okay, now we have slight problems with the Rano. And I don't think James knows how to use Hubble to recover. Okay.
Honestly, one thing I expected Boss Hog to do was to put the rock on the lip of the stage there, because like, if running uppies into the rock, it can absolutely stunt Runner's momentum, just fuck him over.
It can, yeah, but it needs to be a very specific spacing for the Rano. Because what you're essentially doing there is it's colliding with the hurtbox of your uppie, like moving up, and it's not actually, the hitbox is not being like of the actual like huge like poison like knife or whatever he uses during his uppie. That's not being like hitting the rock, so it's very specific spacing.
Well, actually, the rock doesn't break on them in one frame, so if it's at the start of the upbeat, I think it can still.
That
stop.
makes sense. That makes sense. Because it would probably like negate the hitbox because it's a one-time hitbox. And that's how hitboxes work in video games.
Yeah, it's one thing I'd really like to do in the Shovel Knight.
Oh,
matchup
you're dead.
whenever it's gonna
Okay,
come.
never mind. Thanks for checking recovery.
We've got very nice takes here from Chain. Manages to get back on stage.
No,
Throws
no.
out a risky side beat, but does not get
You
punished.
don't want to be doing ground to side beats like that in a matchup, especially when you're losing. I think there's no reason to really do ground to side beat. You have aerial side beat, which has nearly the same range with literally minus 200% of the risk. You just have no, like, it's just
Yeah.
like, you're
With
kind
an
of
aerial
throwing it
side
at
beat, you just smooth.
Yeah, you're just kind of throwing it at
With
heel
a
and
grounded side beat, you just die.
Yeah. Let's see where we got balance. Treetop, Tempest, because Tempest is bad, and Spirit Trap. Interesting. I guess he just, I guess
That's pretty cool.
the bans just were like, I guess he just wanted to kind of have first off get rid of top speed, second off get rid of the really like narrow like close quarter stages, so you can have more moves like kind of just play neutral. That was a hard read attempt.
If that downstrong connected, I would not be surprised if Chains died.
Yeah,
Like,
roll.
he's quite charged
Let's
and
see.
it
Nope.
could have pulled off guard. But
Hitfall on the punish. No real big punish out of the tongue. Like, it's one thing going for like a lot of tongues. That's fine, because tongues, yeah, it's got really risky, but the reward is massive in tongue. You just, it's like, you just put, actually I just read, but like I was about to say, like, it's really just like, but you need to be able to know how to convert off it, and like, the one opportunity there, I'm not, well, actually he's getting some really good like tech chase situations here. Yeah, bit of unfamiliarity how to deal with that recovery, which to be fair is something, as a position Rano doesn't really have the best tools to deal with that kind of position. Yep.
ooh, gets the parry and gets the
That's
FMJ.
super obvious, yeah. That the good headbutt, the good spike. But yeah, like what you're saying here is just, I don't want to put it like rudely, but it's just a kind of case of this is a Smash player who likes playing rivals against a rivals player.
Well, actually, it's Slap Play who likes playing rivals.
I mean, like, yeah, whatever. Alright, now we're gonna have to see the kill here, which is another kind of harder thing in this matchup, because like, yeah, you can get like down tilt up strong, of course, like it's always a really good option to have.
Yeah, but like, Frag's got amazing boxing tools to keep you out.
Yeah, it's mostly about trying to find whip punish on the options you can, particularly the aerials in this matchup. Krag kind of really doesn't have too much where you can just like put out an aerial rising
Yeah.
and then just follow
Bosog's
it.
actually having quite a tough time, like, getting back to stage and finding stage control. Okay, never mind, he stays
No,
up
I
shake his
think
head.
Boss Hog was just trying to play patient, so he didn't like rush into it. He wants to kind of keep this stock. He wants a 3-stock Chains, I think. Alright, roll rage attempt. There, like that's what you're seeing.
You know-
Merchant board, pretty
you know-
alright stage. Like
Yeah,
you're
playing
seeing-
safe to get the 3-star. Yeah, honestly, I can understand that.
Yeah, it's just like
It's a pride thing.
it's really hard to like get that kill as Rana. It's just like you saw it like that. And it's just like kind of a level of like unfamiliarity of how to, or like just
If Alpha connected,
it's
that would've been
something
a
just
kill.
about Chains like they're Boss Hog's a top E player, you know.
Yeah.
Your Chains is obviously good enough to get to this point, but it's going to be a rough road nonetheless.
Oh, gets the rock spike.
He just wanted to go for that.
Manages to take the 3-0, ending at around 203%, was it?
Yeah, around that. Just above 200 for sure. You can tell because that's when like the percent blocks and the bomb starts blinking. Same spams, I'm not
Oh
surprised
wait,
by that.
it blinks. I never noticed.
Yeah, like blinks like between like black and like the color.
Ah, like I knew it went black at 100%, but
Blazing hideouts. It's this is the stage where everyone decides they become addicted to plat drops. Which is fair enough because plat drops are really cool, and I love the fact that in this game you can do plat drops while you're dashing.
Yes. Flat drops was dashing opened way to a lot of different movements, like plat boost, which sadly we will not get in Rivals 2, but was there here to stay? There are 6
Did they
or
confirm
something.
there's no plat boosting?
Huh?
Did they confirm there's plat boosting? Oh my word, did you see that?
No, I did not.
Okay, so what happened there is he side beat to the rock, he landed on the rock, and then he Bossog destroyed the rock, and it put him into
Wait.
free fall.
The Rock.
The rock.
The-
The neutral B rock.
What?
You can tongue neutral B.
Oh, wait, Rano's.
Yeah, Rano side B.
Oh, yeah, that
He
makes a
ran
lot
side
more
B to
sense.
the rock.
That makes a lot more sense.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
Rano side B.
That is a
side B.
niche interaction that you don't see a lot of, but
I
yeah,
didn't
when...
even know that was a thing, but it's
Oh.
also like you're not really like landing on
Expecting.
top of rock usually, I guess. Usually I don't like when I'm tongue to recover. I usually don't like putting on the stage because, as we saw in one of the other games, the opponent can power you and leave you in a very bad position.
Yeah. If Rano loses the terrain that he's tonguing to when he side Bs, it puts him in free fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, in Rivals 2 they're getting rid of plat boosting. Whenever you do a double jump, it actually resets your horizontal momentum.
Alright, now we're just looking for Chains trying to take the stock here. And but like the situation was like he was having issues taking stocks last time. Okay, he got it there. But I don't know if they've decided it's the right choice for that. This is a stage with pretty big basins. And like Boss Hog has shown no issues whatsoever with finding these kills. He's been kind of been toying with ways to find these kills. We have to find the most like zany ways he can try to take Chains of stocks if possible.
I mean, when you're one of the best people at the venue, you do have to find ways to make things a bit more interesting, a bit more funny, you know?
Yeah, he just wants to have fun. And I get that. That's why people play video games. We're not getting into philosophy here. This is Rivals of Furries.
Well, actually, some people out there play video games for money, but this ain't one of those games.
I don't know.
Far
There was like a few years I know at least where Rivals of the Pure guys bought the book Melee and Alpha Genesis. Developer support, we love it here. That's why we're on this channel here at the official Rivals of Aether. See guys, I can chill too.
Yay.
But yeah, as we see here, just oh, that was a roll. Nice roll.
Wait, is this stream still titled Genesis 8?
It might be, I think.
That is hilarious.
I think it's like top 48 honestly because it's
48, yeah.
because the Rhino's on the BTS stream for the top 8. Alright, let's see what you got recovery here.
Bossog is making this very, very dangerous for Chains.
I want to see how long this sequence goes on to. Okay, it does.
Like, just dragging it out.
3-0, the Boss Hog.
And now I believe you'll be seeing me and Raven duking it out. My SK versus Raven's Rano, or you plan on playing a different character.
No, I just been trying.
Do you want to commentate what you're playing?
Not particularly. You also don't be sort of player. That's a low tier.
Yeah, but I've looked at saying he's sort of at 17. Yeah, I thought.
I think it's this.
We already have one.
Oh, I didn't see it. Plug it in?
Oh, you're playing from there.
Yes.
I see.
Yes. You do see. I'm PK, I'm back to commentating solo. I shall let Raven get into my head.
Oh, that's just gonna be one more.
Where is it at? Okay, can you put the thingy on the table? Raven?
What?
Can you put the thing on the table, please?
Oh, the table.
Yeah. Very many thanks. Okay. So now we're doing a button check. Very normal stuff. And time for rock, paper, scissors. Alright, Raven wins. Yes, I am. I am commentating myself whilst they play it. And I believe that Rano has a very good Tower of Heaven, and Honestly, Forest 4 is not my favourite. And off we go to Jewelsville, my personal favourite. So Raven will be starting off the game by charging some needles. However, almost immediately wastes them, only getting a single poison on PK. I have... Wow, talking about myself in third person feels weird as fuck. Gets them a nice solid percent. However, is sent off stage against Shovel Knight, which is very bad against people who know how bad Shovel Knight's off stage against Shovel Knight. I blame Caitlyn that I've got to do this. Oh, very nice take from Raven there against my down B. Without that tech, Raven would have lost her second stock almost immediately. Gets the bubble bed there, and if she landed another aerial right after exiting the bubble, that could have been extremely dangerous for me. Wants to land the dare, Dak is in fact, not dare Upstrong, but fuck. Okay, ISD.
Special stream, you can't swear.
I've sworn before on this stream already today. You cannot tell me what to do. Only TOs can. I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm allowed to swear.
You're not the one who's the stream.
So now we're doing footsies. However, Rano has fast buttons. Therefore, Rano wins footsies. Also, Raven is good. She lands the side B with three poison needles. Massive amount of percent from this. But even... I was going to say it's still quite even, however, it clearly is not. However, it is still very possible for me to win this. But first things first, I want to get rid of this poison. Mobile Gear Toss here is a very good tool for Shovel Knight. Getting parried is a very bad tool for Shovel Knight. But yeah, I'm at a 50% deficit, very doable, but not an ideal position for PK to be in. Tries to call out an aerial on wake up, however, Raven delays the net. Tries to call out my jab, however, I misinput and the jab got eaten. No down tilt up strong for you, Raven. I tried to use the gear to safely cover the tech roll. However, Raven manages to escape that. And Raven is now in danger here. If I actually land this, the up air chains for once, that would be very dangerous for me. For Raven. And Raven is... I hate myself. Okay, Raven is victorious. Not dead, but victorious. Oh yeah, it's Raven found, I thought it was mine. Okay. I'm going to go Spirit Tree because the side plats protect me from dive kick when fishing. In other way, also needles. Two big components that Shovel Knight has to deal with in this matchup. My personal opinion, Rhinos shouldn't try to use needles against an SK's up being because the SK's up B will eat most of the needles. None of my techs are coming out. This is great. I am sure everyone is loving my commentary because I am a beautiful lad. Oh, no down to an upstrong. I managed to get 1,600 gold, so one jab and I should... Nope, I do not have the money. Okay, I should now have the money for my momentum, which will massively increase my longevity and just give me a really good wave dash. Crouches it in order to not get hit by the dare, and counters with an upstrong, taking the stock. Okay, my inputs keep getting eaten, but that's no problem because I'm fairly certain they're actually saving me on multiple occasions. Raven manages to fail the edge guard, but traps DK in a bubble. Not going to seal it off with an up strong yet, but instead seal it off with her death. Fares too early, and the bubble's momentum saves PK from certain doom. Also misbases the up strong. Also brings herself to the brink of death. In fact, brings herself to death. Yeah, I just charged the up strong just to be sure. Don't worry. PK lands a tech chase, spring Raven across the entire screen, gaining free stage control and chance to buy gear, which is very, very beneficial for Shovel Knight because Shovel Knight's neutral is usually below average. The Hydroplane Armstrong does not catch Raven because Raven went the other way, or PK will not die. In fact, he will die. The match is very close with only a 20% difference from both players. However, Raven is caught off stage and caught dead. In fact, I even get the achievement because I am so perfect. The game set is now 1-1, and I am not a fan of Cloud Drop Aerial, so I'm banning Blazing Hideout. I am not a fan of dying early, so I'm banning Rock Wall, and Tower of Heaven is good for Rano, so Raven, do choose your pick. A nice flat stage, which basically screams, my neutral is better than yours. That dive kick there is why I went Spirit Tree on the last stage. It can be very dangerous, especially if the Rano knows how to confirm it into, let's say, a fair. And now, since PK sets off stage, he will fish, however, he is a dumb fuck who cannot time it for once in his life. Nope. Okay, very nice side B from Raven. Massive speed boost. Means that the rock had zero effect on her recovery, apart from maybe the decision making. I don't know what's going on in her head. I have no mind either. Uses a single needle to, I guess, space, or just whiffed it. But when she did land the other needle, she did manage to get a reward. Down B there is very good because if unanticipated, it's virtually unpunishable. Oh, that does not kill. But that does not kill either. Why can I not kill? That is a great mystery. I whiffed the Hydroplane F strong because there was no Hydroplane to begin with. Knocked Raven into the bubble, but it's been about 2 minutes and it's still first stop. We are both on the verge of death. Other Ranos such as Aphelios often use the bubble to save themselves, however, the opponent can fuck. The opponent cannot fuck, however they can also DI into the bubble if it's placed in a position where the Rano can survive. And the game is once again even in terms of percent, however, in terms of items, I'd say that SK here is in the lead. Thank you for the money. And thank you for whiffing your dash attack and giving me stage control. Mobile Gear is an extremely potent tool, gives free stage control, extra good, combo starter, and just adds complication to the field, so your opponent has to focus on more things, meaning that they've got duller reaction times. It can also break combos, and I just like it. Very, very good reason there from Raven on the tech-in. That is a card that I should help. Managed to get the side B. Like Raven said earlier, side being the ground is a lot safer than just side being well, grounded. I wanted to go to ledge. The double combo coming from Raven, very, very nice. However, Raven will whiff the parry punish because it was actually a jab check. No parry on my back air. And we are back in neutral. Well, actually, I am back in the blast zone. Raven is keeping up the pressure very, very beautifully here. Not trying to give me zero chance to breathe. Gets the check chase. To be fair, that is on me for not reacting, and I'm dead. This may be the last game for PK Master, the greatest child to ever exist. And once again... Oh yeah, you ban. This time I will ban... No, not ban. I will go Trouble Pond. Similar reasons to Spirit Tree. Also, it's just a nice stage. One thing SK wants to do is fish, so at the moment I'm currently trying to set up a situation where Raven cannot edge guard me like that. This often involves hitting the frog. The frog was not hit, the frog parried. This is mean. But yeah, fish. I love them. Oh. Nice trade from Raven. It may have been death if it weren't for that trade, because high down strong can cover that platform above. PK manages to get to the momentum and manages to secure a kill. Fails to do a double fish. In fact, he even fails to fish in general. Today is Misinput City. However, that will not discourage PK because the game itself is quite even. Only a 50% deficit on PK's behalf, which is more than winnable. The dive kick managed to poke through the platform. Raven tries to counter this Infinite Dagger from below, however, Infinite Dagger was cancelled. Fuck. Alright. Very clean sweet spot from Raven. Manages to catch my poor DI very well. However, she is now off stage, but not without resources. The air dodge out was very, very important there on Raven's behalf, otherwise that may have sealed her stock out. Raven, please, let me live. I have got to kill Meme. And gets the down tilt up strong, however, not going to kill yet. PK is at a massive deficit here. He's going to have to play near perfectly if he wants to win the game. He did not play near perfectly. Congratulations to Raven. Name, your game was still unearned. GG's. And with that, PK Master will now be out of the tournament.
Can we get mid-malt and boss hog, please?
Yo, Raven, you want to get back on comms? That is a maybe.
Oh yeah, I gathered after USB ports didn't work, so this is
That's what I used to do. And I need to restart
Yeah, you can restart the game. Okay, up next we have Minmo versus. Wait, I forgot. I'm done. Okay, Boss Hog. Minmo Boss Hog. I'm not going to claim that I know much about the Walk-in Greg matchup, however, I'll try my best to commentate either way. And now they're going Jules Bell. A very, very popular pick as a starter. And an all-round stage. Minimal gets the early parry, meaning that he gets very good pressure, gets full stage control, and sends Boss Hog off stage. However, there's one thing we've learned from previous matches is that Boss Hog's fairly decent at going on the stage, making it all the more impressive just how much percent Minimal built up on him when off stage. He will often do things such as down throw Ned to get an angle. However, Minimal isn't allowing that to happen. In fact, Minimal takes the first stop with 68% on the bar. A very good tactic against Crag, or at least popular, is using a projectile to hit Crag and force him to detect or confirm into another attack. But Boss Hog instead decides to crouch cancel the attack rather than attack. Boss Hog now has stage control, however he wants to be able to take stop rather than just build up a percent. Minimal is off stage without puddle and without resources, brought to his death by the boss man himself. However, Orkane's BS Upstrong managed to save the Boss Hog stop quite cleanly. Very good play from both players. One thing I like about Orkane is how Orkane players use Droplet to extend combos. It allows them to basically just keep stage control whilst maintaining pressure and just messing up their opponent's rhythm. But Minimal managed to take the game and will ban Ethereal, Rockwall, and Forest Treetop Lodge. It seems that Boss Hog will choose to go to Tower of Heaven, which I believe is a personal favourite of Boss Hog. That flat drop there proving to be one of Craig's fastest and best moves in his kit. In fact, never mind. Bossog manages to get hit whilst pulling a rock and then have his own rock hit back at him, which shows that Minmol is, you know, keeping a very good check on Bossog's rhythm and learning to deal with everything Bossog throws at him. If Bossog doesn't take his stocks soon, which he does, it would be disastrous if he lets it keep going. Minmol this time catches the flat drop there. But fails the third time. The charged F strong is a very, very powerful move. One of the strongest strongs in the game. And it is not going to take the stock yet. But what is maybe Crag Fair, I don't know. Crag F strong! Minmol is not going to deal with any rock shards, but instead just let them just disappear into the ether. But oh wait, Bossog's managed to turn this game around very fast. Now it's Minmol who's on the ropes. However, it's back to even, with only a 17% disadvantage on Minmol's behalf. Minmol reseizes his stage control. Maybe Bossog may try to up his pillar to preserve resources. However, that does not seem to be a feature that Bossog can achieve. Bossog will, however, make very, very good use of Crag's fast and disjointed net. At the moment, Minmol has both stage control, percent lead, and just a better flow than Bossog, so I'd say that the game's in Minmol's favour, but if there's one thing Bossog's good at, it's making a comeback. Gets this sour spot on the up strong, which could have taken the game if it weren't the sour spot. Gets the parry and gets the game. A bit slower towards the end, but excellent and beautiful play from Bossog. Just like Caitlin's nails, very beautiful. I want Raven back. Okay, that was a very, very good string from Bossog there. Just building 1% at a rapid pace and managed to get Minmol off stage. However, now the tables have turned and Bossog's off stage. At this rate, Bossog may lose the percent lead. In fact, a 2% lead isn't much of a lead altogether. But Bossog managed to reclaim the lead and sets up for a very, very dangerous situation for Minmol. But leaves the puddle unchecked, giving Minmol a free-ish recovery. Minmol managed to confirm into the up air, a very, very powerful move, and teleports across the stage. This is the reason that Forest Wall is banned. Well, one of the major reasons at least. Before it's upgraded to a small version. Minmol doing the hydroplane reverse up S-strong to safely just cover space behind him and gets the back throw. things are looking slightly tough for Boss Hog in terms of the game flow and well, you can see what's happening on screen. But Boss Hog's managing to reassert himself. He doesn't have his rock and it's on the other end of the stage, so he has to run to get that if he wants to use it. But in fact, it gets used against him the moment he throws it. But, Meanwhile, Armus goes through the rock throw with side B. However, the second side beam gets parried by Boss Hog. It's got very consistent timing, so instead of so one good mix-up Hawkins can do is mix up whether it hits or not. Because well, that's virtually the only mix-up you can do with it. You go near, far. That's what you do with the Hurricane special if you want to mix it up. Very good parry from Boss Hog, lets him get virtually back on stage virtually for free thanks to those iframes. And runs off fair, but manages to not hit anything. Unlike that up strong, which connects strongly and cleanly. It's currently 2-1 to Boss Hog, meaning that Minmo has to pull through if he wants to make it count. Takes Boss Hog to Air Armada, a place where kills are done very, very early off the top, especially from the platforms. Also, the stage maybe improve difficult to recover with because there is no lower wall, meaning that Orcane is forced to use the upper half, so less recovery makes up on both characters' behalf, but Frag is less effective because he creates his own platform, and you could even stall under the stage if so desired. Boss Hog managed to take the game no, not the game. Managed to take him a fast start with an only 80% down. That was an interesting rock pull there. I wonder if he was going for a rock shine or... But either way, Boss Hog is here without resources, trying to recover. But managed to get the tech into a death. Either way, Boss Hog has reclaimed his rock and his momentum. That is one of the things that you can do on the Air Armada because of no sidewalls. In most situations, people can just drift towards the wall and then recover. However, if you land on Crag Pill and he breaks it, it will send you into freefall, and if there is no wall to wall jump off of, you are essentially doomed. Boss Hog had a good rhythm going, however he wanted to keep the rhythm going too long, got parried and died. Midwall graciously returns Boss Hog's rock, but also manages to flee Boss Hog's pressure attempts. I believe Orcane has an infinite on Crowd holding the rock where the stairs and whilst not truly infinite, it can it forces Crowd to go across the entire stage if kept up. So if Minwell gets an opening to do that, that could be very, very bad on for Boss Hog. Minwell now sets up the bubbles at ledge. Virtually impossible to parry because there is no room to slide there. But Boss Hog clearly sets up the rock shards to break up Midwell's pressure and find an opening to secure the set.
Raven? Let's play the game.
Okay, you sure you don't want to come?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be much worse than me.
I have just tried it. I can't do it.
Yeah. It's not hard. Like, it's hard to be good, but like... I'm the commentator. You don't have to be good. Peer pressure wins the day. Oh.
I'm very bad at this game. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Does it look like I know what I'm talking about?
No.
I just keep repeating pressure and hope it
I'm a
works.
1-2 Euros player. What do you want from me?
I'm also UFA, you kidding me?
No. Wait, are you not nabbed yet?
Fuck no.
Oh, I thought you were. Right, so next game up is Raven versus Boss Hog.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. Rano versus Crag. Rano being quite a combo-centric character.
Oh yeah, you play those characters. What are your insights on the matchup? That is a very good insight.
No. With Rano being such a combo-centric character, I feel like it's going to be a lot harder for Boss Hog to get out of disadvantage.
You can't see it, but she's shrugging.
But depending on stage layouts, provided they do have enough platforms, I feel like it would be very impossible for Boss Hog to be able to escape with Flat-Tex.
Reynolds is on the slightly lighter end, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe Rano is on the lighter end of the cast here.
So if Prag manages to get in, like things such as fair strings and F-strong reads, up-strong, the whole shebang, those are going to be far more punishing to get hit by.
Yeah, indeed it is. Alongside recovery conditioning with rocks, pillars, and
yeah.
special.
In addition to making killing easier, like getting fed off stage for Rano may prove quite disastrous because, like, if you're sent to a distance where you're forced to use Volve to recover, and the Crag uses shards, that could be spell disaster for you as a Rano.
But for now, we wait.
Dun 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 dun.
And I believe they're both playing out some. I believe they've both got some Smash Ultimate games to play out right now.
Slime, do you have any insights to the matchup?
No. No insights whatsoever.
I don't think he heard you.
I think it's more than the fact that I don't think he cares. Raven in the toilet, I think. Yeah, do you want to see if we can get some dub matches after this?
I mean, after we've done this block, I have the amateur bracket for Ultimate. Well, that starts at 4, so God help us. Hope everyone can split quicker.
Do you want to just have a match whilst we wait? On stream.
To do that?
I mean, what else are you going to do in the interview?
I mean, what could go wrong?
I mean, are we allowed to do that? I don't know. Probably.
What the fuck is Ray in Japanese?
Oh, how to find that?
Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, found it. Now just gotta... Oh, that was it. And then I think it's here. Oh, I never actually did check. Back to, oh yeah, it's back on, yeah, that. Okay, back her. Click is done. And then, where, I don't speak Japanese. There we are. I have successfully created a fucking pun. Why is the cable so long?
They're saying to play Silver Chat. They're saying to play Silver Chat.
The controller doesn't work, so... Oh no, now it does. Yo, guys, who wants to see Caitlyn get beat up?
Just play Silver, give me cabbage.
This is not much interesting. So yeah, as you can see, whenever Mono gets hit whilst holding a flashing bomb, he blows up. This is one of his major weaknesses as a character. In other words, he has no other weaknesses. He is immortal. Perish.
Okay, I didn't want to jump. I don't know why.
Whenever Mono throws a bomb, you can actually deflect them using hitbox or parry them back at Mono. Sylve has quite large hitboxes, making this on the easier end for Sylvanos. One thing Mono can do is actually hit himself with his own bomb in order to both refresh resources and just go around his opponent. Another thing Monos would like to do is throw bombs up before up-being in order to, you know, deter any edge guards from stage. You can also back... Alright, let's go. Yay. Okay, that's all for now on my teachings of Mono.
Okay.
Now we have Raven versus Boss Hog. The people we saw play in the past two sets.
Sorry, I was being cracked at another game.
You better apologise. The mandatory button check before every game shall now commence. What are your thoughts on this matchup within the button check? I think Boss Hog won the button check.
Within the button check, I'm not too sure, but seemed pretty even. Both won exactly 0 neutral exchanges.
Is that on two? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll do it on two. Rock, paper, scissors.
And Boss Hog wins the rock, paper, scissors interaction.
The longest rock, paper, scissors.
And when you get down to it, fighting games are just advanced rock, paper, scissors, so this may foretell the events and the results of this match. Are we going back to duels now? No! You're
Starting
going
it
to
out
forest
on,
floor.
Starting out on forest floor. Overall, pretty neutral stage for both characters. Raven
like
building up a
Deacon.
nice percent lead early on.
Oh.
With boss holding up.
I'd say-
quickly come out.
One thing Raven's doing quite well is maintaining stage control. I take that back. Raven re-sees his stage control
Beautiful buttons.
and almost gets the ledge cancel on up B, but instead chooses to jump cancel it. But the dive kick on up B is a very good option for Rano because it's virtually lagless considering you can cancel whenever. It is fairly strong and leads into a lot of dangerous options. So if we can see Raven using that in a good manner, things might get spicy off stage.
Oh, Raven with a nice dive kick edge cancel. And again.
Raven is really doing well, well with these.
And a fair spike to close out the first stock.
Yeah. I praise the move once and Raven does it 5 times. Raven gets a very fast 63% off a single combo.
Oh, a beautiful clean stock there.
Was that a 0 to death? Was that 0 to death? Seeing a 0 to death in bracket, especially in top 8, is always a treat.
And again.
And Boss Hog here is in vast danger. Raven here is in vast danger.
Also claiming his first stock of the match. But will it be enough?
I mean, Raven's got a stock lead and Craig's almost at kill percent. Raven does a very weak punish on that parry, but it's a punish nonetheless. A lot of people on parry punishes instead get parried because they were too hesitant to do an optimal punish or whatever. Uses the bubble to down B to stall on the recovery. Like stalling is very good as an option when recovering because if someone wants to charge an attack, wants to throw out a move, they can only do that at one specific time. Unless it's a long-lasting move like Ori F-String. But even still, you can outstall it. Just mix up.
Going to Jules fail instead this game. Maybe the offstage platforms might be able to help out Boss Hog.
Last game, Boss Hog opted for Forest 4 of Jules Phone. However, now...
already building up a better percent lead than in previous stops.
I don't know why, but the voice into is funny. This was a good choice. Okay. Gets the jab down strong. Raven fakes out with a dive kick, jump cancelling at the last second. Okay. In stark contrast to the previous game, Raven here is actually at the disadvantage, and massively so. In fact, Raven can't even down air the bubble twice, meaning that her options are limited. And with limitations comes predictability. In the background there I have PK fire, but Raven there will hit the PK murder. It would be funnier if I said that against me. Oh. In fact, I don't think it even is funny. Raven there swims in with the side B into F tilt, sliding across the ground, and now just keeping Boss Hog off stage. Boss Hog didn't take that, but instead just wait. He didn't take that, did he? Okay. One of Boss Hog's key strengths is his angles with rock and how fast he's able to execute them. Like, you don't see many other EU Craigs.
Ooh, sniping out Raven
sniping
with the
like that. Oh, this is I think the third
achievement.
Yeah, we've seen today. Neem getting the watery trap, me getting the fishing one, and
Fab's got the Eliana one earlier.
on this setup.
Yeah, on this setup. Yeah, Fab's got the Eliana achievement.
All the Royals players here are doing their part to help 100% this file. Bossog gets his rock parried, but maintains stage control. One thing Bossog wants to do is get rid of that poison because damage from that can build up over time. And it also actually shows whenever you're pressing a button because you flash green. Well, at least an offensive button. Raven is getting Bossog very few options. However, the ones he does take, he manages to succeed in sometimes. Bossog here now looks quite hesitant on off stage. Like he's playing a lot slower, and okay, he's dead. And back to Jules now. All three games so far have been on start stages, two being, well, Jules now. So, so, I wonder if Craig has any specifically like really good stages in this matchup, or are the starter stages themselves that polarizing? Raven is getting very good on her parries. Oh, very good sections there. Wave dash back into side B. Okay, how many times are we going to hear PK fire? You're hearing that, right? Gets the down tilt up strong, however. Was that the sweet spot? I don't think it was.
Not quite strong enough to kill.
Yeah, not quite strong enough to kill. And Bossog doesn't have any resources and decides to just kill himself now.
Unfortunately, not too much that was able to be done there.
Actually, I'd say that if he upbeat into Raven's up strong, he could have teched. But that just assumes that Raven...
Yeah, sometimes you just have to hold it.
I mean, sometimes you just want to go for the Hail Mary.
Yeah, but Bossog hitting back with a beautiful back air on her.
Parries a jab shake, and which forces Raven to back off and give Bossog all the stage he wants. At the moment, Bossog's got all the stage he wants to live and breathe in, but it's Jules Vale's his playground. But Raven used this platform to stay away from the edge guard, but couldn't stay long enough to avoid death. Craig gets a juggle into a fair and pulls the rock.
Oh, and Bossog with a convincing two-stop win that game.
Very solid end on Bossog's behalf there. Bossog's planning side plats and plat drop central. I guess giving Rhino too many recovery mix-ups is a bad idea, so that's why you want to get rid of, the side plat stages. And plat drop central, well, it's Rhino. Rhino's gone there and there. You don't want to let Rhino press downwards, then press a button.
However, going to such a small stage here, seems like it is going to be working out in the favour of the Bossog, surprisingly.
Yeah, indeed. Price got quite large moves, very big buttons, so a smaller stage means that, well, your moves cover a larger percentage of the stage. Almost hits Raven with those shots. That could have been fatal if unlucky. And that does prove to be fatal. Like I was saying earlier, if Craig gets the shards whilst Rhino's over there, Rhino has very little he can do. Also, that was a very nice conversion from offstage to onstage on Bossog's behalf. At the moment, the pace seems to be slow, I'd say. So,
It doesn't need to be
yeah,
too quick at the moment.
I mean, yeah, Bossog's in the lead.
Boss
Frag isn't going to race him through a match. He doesn't have the buttons for that.
yeah, you
like-
had a lot better stage control.
Like, yeah. Unlike Rano the racist, Frag is a slow-moving tank.
So we don't have to worry. He doesn't exactly have to worry too much right now. He is at a very high percent, however, he still does have another 2 stops like that.
And Frag's percent doesn't matter too much when it comes to like easier to pick off moves like Bear and Upper, but when it comes to up strong, that will seal it off. Also looked a bit confused on the corner there, just did 2 turnarounds into just a random jump off it. And it didn't prove to be too advantageous. Bossog's lost stage control. Okay, and now regained stage control. In fact, even dropped. The game seems to be very much in Bossog's favour, so if Raven doesn't pull through at this moment, she'll only have 1 game to...
Keeping out the lingering hitboxes there to ensure the Bossog isn't able to continue to use his rocks while in edge guards. Raising out the down strong, but
And
missing the
Raven
glitch.
dies for that parry, I'm guess, read. Wait, wasn't that game?
No, that's game 5. We're on game 5 now.
Yeah, but like, didn't Bossog have 2 wins recorded? Oh wait, yeah, never mind, I'm gone.
Yeah, what was it? It was
No,
Treetop went to.
there's no DSR.
Oh yeah, there's no DSR, is there?
Bossog is having fun drawing infinity symbols and spirals all over the place.
Taking his time with the bands, which is very much something that you should be doing. Thinking about what he thinks is going to be the more detrimental stages to his own game plan during this set versus Raven.
Are you suggesting that Bossog's trying to throw?
No, I'm suggesting that he gets rid of the bad stages.
Oh.
You idiot. Spirit triple and blazing takeaway, and on to game 5 on Rockable. Very interesting
yeah.
here.
This is both players' tournament stop. Bossog here is making very, very little use of his there. Built up a solid lead on Raven. However, almost through the side B with side B. Another achievement.
There we go. It's another one.
At this rate, the only achievement we may end up not seeing by the end of the tournament is the Endless Abyss.
Well, you never know.
You never know. Tournament games have ended up at Endless Abyss before. Bossog's just happy to have his space. Just wave dashing back and forth, or at least he was. Now he's just punishing Raven's offstagedness, or so he tried. Raven uses the dive kick to get Bossog off stage, and follows the tech.
Oh, beautiful tech read there from
and
Raven.
gets the Dacus. Oh. Like, is Dacus distance variable with Rano? I feel like it is.
Don't believe so.
Huh. Like, I feel like if, depending on timing, you could get 2 different distances, but either way, that was a beautiful, beautiful
I think it's
snipe
more
and ring
depending
from
on how
Raven.
long you hold your up smash for.
Maybe. I'm no Rano main, I don't know. should probably be commentating.
I
Okay, so Bosso gets the up strong in neutral, just a clean read on Raven, well, playing safe. Ish. Like Raven just wanted to phase out an attack, but didn't expect the attack to be up strong. The rock pool was very, very dangerous for Crag there because Crag can't tech ult on the rock. Raven secures the Armstrong and wins the set.
Very well played from both players there, came down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely. And,
Right, so next up I believe it's Neem versus Raven. It's going to be
Raven
Orkane
beat his
versus
ass.
Rano. Both players skipping the rock, paper, scissors interaction here, with Raven banning out first. And we're going to Julesvale for game 1.
okay. Raven he's got a very, very, well, had a very good rhythm going, but Neem breaks it and then gets back into it. Raven's buttons here are very, very dangerous, especially if Orkane burns his body like Neem just did. Neem goes for the F-Strong, however, Raven covers a completely different venue with her recovery.
Upstrong killing at 88%.
Quite reminiscent of a former match. With a very BS ending. Raven goes all that way up just for a nair. But like, I mean, the needles just from Orkane's momentum. Oh, interesting use of Dare there on the bubble to just mix up timing on one and two and down. Neem tries to go for the watery trap again, but this time, well, no cigar.
I'm getting back on stage, but Raven's well-placed bubble still saving her this time.
Was it intentional? Was it just lucky? I wonder. Well, at this height, I don't think the bubble can save her. In fact, it just popped, so no, it can't.
Neem with a good clean back air there, taking out Raven's second stock of first game. The Raven answering back almost immediately with a stroke, with a very well placed up stroke.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a plain and simple upstrong, no fancy build up or anything. Like, Raven knew what she wanted and she was getting it. So now what she wants is a good nice chunk of percent on Neem. But what Neem wants is the nair up air, which he fails to get because instead he gets the spike put. When does that matter when your opponent is out of resource in SDs?
Unfortunately, unable to reverse the up special there from Raven, resulting in her unfortunate death.
Yeah. Oh, gets the parry on Rano's tongue, which is a special type of parry because it's extra long and has an additional animation where Rano cannot fall. Meaning that even if it's parried in the air, you can charge an F-strong or something. Raven sets up her rhythm and gets the tongue. If that Armstrong connected, it would have been lethal, as demonstrated right then. Gets the jump cancel on the up B, whiffs her punish, but it matters not because, I mean, she immediately gets the tongue. If you got another tongue on the 4 poison Neem there, a lot of percent could have been built up there. Neem uses Raven's bubble against her to just track her movement, just slowly and surely. A very good bubble up there. Gets back ahead, and the forward DI will not be saving him, but instead killing him. Neem is making good use of F tilts here to send just Raven out and just regain stage control. Very good use of the puddle there from Neem, and confirms the bubbles into an upper. That is one of Orkane's more dangerous uses of puddle. Because if you get trapped in there and you have no way to break out, you are eating a spout of water to, you're eating a spout of water. A lethal one. Raven seems to be not really be respecting puddle all that much. Being free to dash.
Unfortunate.
Feeling free to dash over the puddle on multiple occasions, but Neem isn't really punishing her for it.
I mean, with running speed and speeding momentum, it can be a little difficult to...
No, on several occasions she was just straight up standing with it.
Kane's a silly boy.
He's a good boy. Apart from Armstrong. And the 0 to death. Just fair. Just fair.
Oh, is Neem going to be able to clap back with one of his own?
No, I mean he's at 2%. It is far from 0 to death. The question now is how much percent will he take before he secures his stop? Raven there wave dashes behind Neem and to just really avoid the hassle of bubbles and bubble bar. Nair up air? Nope, no nair up air from Neem. Raven reads the puddle recovery. I don't think Neem had much other choice. And gets a bubble.
Ran out
Confirms
up
it,
there,
yeah.
Huh?
Like, at that height, most things would kill. I'm sure even Force Burn up air would kill at that height. Let alone Rano up air, which is a kill move in its own right, just not on the realms of Shown Light or Crow up air. Raven fails to do her Waveland. Very good DI into that bubble. That was definitely intentional from her. It's getting more and more likely that this will be a 2 or 3-0 for Raven, but it's almost definite that this will be a win for Raven.
Orkane still does have a lot of tools to kill Raven, especially.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can never truly rule that.
I feel like not going into the bubble was a good play for Neem when he got strong over there on the right. Because like he had two pieces of poison, so Raven could have messed around with that. Raven gets the Dacus sweet spot, takes the game, and Neem is going to have to take a long and arduous journey if he wants to reverse this. Oh wait, no, actually he's going to win. Okay, Neem is going to take a moderate and arduous journey if he wants to take this. Raven's making good use of hitful cell spot there. Just small taps to keep the Neem in check. But Neem is being far from in check. Just sending Raven all over the place. The drop of that could have been a massive game on Raven. Well, not massive because Raven could still recover without beat, but it would have made her recovery a lot more linear. Gets the parry, gets the down strong, gets the kill. Like, I don't know how Raven could have survived that. Maybe a bit more drifty eye.
Potentially.
Yeah, the drifty eye looks slightly weak, but I don't know. Gets the tech to an iframe through the up strong, but yeah, Raven wants to take the stock soon. Very, very soon. Like, this game is almost given as a gift to me at this rate. She does not get the ledge cancel, meaning that she does get punished. That is one good thing about ledge cancelable moves. If you do ledge cancel them, game parry doesn't matter. Apart from part when you don't get them. The jab trick does not send Neem into parry stun.
Once again, closing out another stop there with the down tilt up smash.
Up strong is a very, very strong move on the game's part. And now it's game stop. Is this losing grounds?
Smash getting very, very hyped out there.
I'm guessing a timeout occurred in the smash part. I'm guessing a timeout occurred in the smash sector.
Yeah.
I have never seen a timeout in a serious match in this game. Like, I want to commentate, but honestly, this is just nice to watch. You get me? Yeah. Okay, either way, it's a fairly even game. Raven almost lands the Dackers, which I have no idea how strong the sweet spot is, but maybe if would have brought Neem close to the brink of death. I don't know. Neem threatened with that war prone with Armstrong. Like, Raven was if Raven didn't react to that or at least read it, she would have been dead on the spot. She was a bit hesitant to get the tech read, but managed to kill the Armstrong either way. Guess. Oh, okay, Neem really likes that.
Neem popping off there in his seat.
Neem popping off. Any harder and he's pop his eardrums.
Oh, and a cuddle boosted forward strong there. Closing out another clean stock from Neem.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Like,
Raven.
Neem has 2 whole stocks to go to play around with in order to just defeat Raven. Like, comebacks of this degree have been made before, however, I see it very unlikely. Raven here is being very careful and like neutral, like not going for any big punishes, just more taps, just 1-2s.
And sometimes that is all that you need to be able to start building up a nice lead.
Yeah,
That will allow you to close out stuff and start to even out the game.
yeah. I mean, if you do a 1-2 on someone, like most moves in the game are like 5%, 7%. That's 12% an interaction, and if you can keep your opponent in disadvantage, that can up to like 80% in no time. Yeah, in fact,
Nearly tied up for
despite
both
the fact
players.
that despite the fact that Neem had a whole spare stock, it's actually extremely close right now. In fact, at this rate, yeah, she's
Raven
losing.
taking it up with the up strong. Very
Let's
well
go.
played from both players there.
The war criminal has been defeated.
Absolutely down to the absolute bone there. Very well played.
The
from
evil
both
has
players.
been vanquished. And now it is time for Slime versus Raven.
Someone for being out by 3.
They're coming on the pass. Good morning. I am Bossog and I'm joined with my good friend Midmong.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. With our watch Grand Finals of Raven versus Slime. This is an old one. This is actually an old one.
Yeah.
These two used to compete like a few years ago, 2018, 2019, around that time. Both of them were ranked really high on the PR that time.
Yeah. So, yeah, big returning set
For sure.
at Invasion, April 2022.
Looking forward to it. Slime going Abza.
And Raven sticking with the Rano.
Yeah. Slime's been, well, he's more known for his Maple, but he's been doing Absa this tournament. It's been working out. So he told me he's just playing who he feels like playing.
Quite a lot of Absa lately.
Yeah.
And
Majority Absa. He did pull out the Maple.
yeah, and a couple of other sets.
Okay, who's bottom paper? We're bottom paper.
This is the longest roll I've ever seen. This is longer than the one I had.
That means we're either stalemate or one person picks scissors and loses.
The struggle's real.
Actually, okay, never mind, that doesn't work. Okay.
Okay, alright.
That pop-off was not for the rock, paper, scissors, that was for Ultimate.
We're allowed to say unfortunately.
Yeah. I think we're allowed.
Yeah, it's on the Rivals channel.
The thing is, always pick paper take this exact thing Wiley does. And we have done this for years. Where every time we meet at a local, we just mash paper.
We're currently having a stalemate. I think they're both shooting paper every time.
I did the same shit at Genesis. I don't
This is
remember
peak
if
rivals.
Genesis also did the same shit again.
For sure.
Paper takers are
I mean,
dedicated.
Spiking is the same thing. Spiking is going to take paper.
Should be getting into it any minute.
Okay, right. Getting into it. And Slime with first ban, okay. Did not see who won, I assumed it was Slime. Going to Gates for game 1.
I'm a
No
big
frozen
fan.
gates though.
Oh, no frozen gates.
No stages unlocked.
Okay, no gates pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't particularly know much about the Rano Absa matchup. I've heard it's quite difficult for Rano.
Yeah, for sure. Getting in as Rano against Absa definitely might be tricky.
Yeah, and Slime's already showing that off. Raven not been able to land a hit yet. And Slime takes first stock with no
Not even,
percent to his name.
not even 1%. Just showing how well he knows this matchup.
Yeah.
And he can do it multiple characters as well.
Yeah, Slime is an absolute spectacle to behold with like how many
take
characters
him
he can
all the
just
way.
play at this level. Okay, but Raven makes it back. Tex to avoid the living bomb. And slowly clawing her way back. Oh, but that down tilt with
Raven's
and
trying
then
their
the
best.
confirm miss as well. That's not ideal when you're in this situation.
Raven really needs to clear the stock out soon.
She's not losing too much for it at the moment, but yeah, that up
Yeah.
smash does not hit the Gates platform.
Slime's momentum from the beginning has just been insane.
Yeah.
There's another stock gone. Raven on their last stock.
Rano Fair not killing Slime can DI that.
You love to see DI.
You love to see DI. Well, it's a bit more awkward on Rano Fair because it's like it's closer to straightforwards than a lot of moves that send out like that.
Yeah. Might even be hit by a spike and just do the complete wrong DI. There's the Rano back at 170.
Yeah, actually purpling. Not really a good sign of how this game's been going for Raven.
At least the first stock's on the board. But Slime is... Yeah, there's the parry.
And gonna get anything off the bubble? No. Okay, Raven's back. And kind of holding some advantage now, although gets knocked right back off stage as I say that.
Raven's been struggling to get a lot of these neutral openings. Slime's been making like the most out of every single one though.
Yeah, Slime's making their job so hard, but no wall tech. Gonna go to Lost Stock.
Yeah.
The sky goes dark. And Raven is actually
Coming
bringing
back.
this back.
Yeah.
That stacked bubble could be
fair?
huge.
Oh.
And game 1 goes to Raven.
You wouldn't think if you saw that first stock that Raven had any chance, but
Yeah, what a comeback.
the adaptation.
Slime sticking with Absa though, no maple switch just yet. Okay. Interesting bands. Yeah, Air Armada is quite a good Absa stage. I can see that definitely.
This is an interesting pick. So I think Raven likes this stage.
I think Raven likes this stage, but at the same time, I think as Absa, like, all the powerful tools you have, when your opponent has less space to play around it, that can be really bad for you.
For sure.
Okay, no follow-up on the down air, and goes for a roll read, but gonna regret it. Slime makes it back on stage though.
Once again, Slime's just brought out all of this confidence in the first stock.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can keep it going for the entire game.
Slime's edge guarding has been really good, but at the same time, Raven's been slipping around it quite a lot.
Oh,
And
a cheeky fair, taking that first stock away.
fair out of the bubble, didn't do it, but Nair up there.
Yeah. Absa's edge guarding this well is something you don't really see in the EU all that often because
There are no EU abscess.
yeah, Slime is definitely our best one right now, and he's shown why he is the best
Yeah.
Absa.
Although he is currently working from behind. I say that. And of course, instantly proven
Yeah,
wrong.
it's very even.
And not going to get the double up air, so Raven's still living. Not particularly high percent, but it's high enough that Absa up air is going to kill.
Yeah, Raven getting that.
Slime's off stage now, and Raven's been really good at like edge guarding Absa. That's not an easy task to do.
Sure.
Just like throwing out these lingering hitboxes with Nair in particular, but also some backer. Okay, yeah, gonna regret that that up B needles.
Yeah. Some you have to deal with it. Some players like struggle a lot. I can struggle with that sometimes, but Slime's on top of it.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Okay, gets the
Oh, that is not. Makes it back after
Branson Dacus, there we go.
the classic.
Every runner. Okay, but this is okay.
Up
That
air.
was a fortunate-ish angle for Raven. No up air follow-up means that like it could have gone way worse. And then obviously sending out could have just killed at that percent.
So Raven dropping that advantage state there. That
Yeah.
could be huge.
But we saw Raven come back from much further behind last game.
Can they do it again?
And as Absa, this kind of percent against Reno is death percent,
Definitely.
especially from a sweet spot up smash.
There's the tongue. No
Okay,
follow-up.
Slime just trying to play this patiently. Keep the bubble away,
Getting
but
hit
gets
into the
hit
bubble.
into it. Okay, Dacus not gonna hit. And Slime ready to hit that up air.
That was a great call out on the plat drop there. I think Slime has a read on his timing there now.
Yeah, game 2 going to Slime, so it's 1-1. Now, I don't know how much Raven has played Pom the rest of this tournament. She definitely played Pom against me, so I'll be interested to see if we see that counter pick at all.
I think she's definitely gonna stick to her guns and stay Reno. I mean, all that past Reno experience over the years.
Yeah.
They've been competing.
Well, I suppose in this particular player matchup as well,
Yeah.
the Rano is going to serve more, like, is going to be more useful. And yeah, Raven really comfortable on Spirit Tree. Saw her counter picking here a lot.
Can't believe that side B hit. That was like right the edge. of the
Yeah.
hitbox.
Slime
The
finding an
second
opening though. Is he going to kill off it? No, not yet.
Good parry.
And yeah, Reckless Cloud gets parried there. Slime just bit of stalling on the ledge, just to try and bait Raven into overextending. And able to find the kill.
Yeah. DIing there is really hard because Slime hit the weak hit there, and
Yeah, DIing Absa's weak hit aerials is so awkward.
yeah,
But
confirmed into the second stronger fair or triple stock.
yeah,
It can be hard. If you DI out early, you just die.
Yeah. Okay, but Raven's got the poison stacks, which could be huge if she lands a bubble, but Slime gets rid of it for now.
I love that cloud there catching the foot.
Oh, that spacing around the side B was spectacular.
Scrumptious.
Yeah, if you will.
The landing there. This is the matches.
Very even. These players.
Oh.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
could not
Raven's
see that
finding-
one coming. That was such a cheeky forward air spike.
Yeah, Raven's finding a lot of these forward airs out of bubble off stage, but up to upper. Old reliable.
Again, another last stock situation here.
Yeah.
These sets have
Bit
been
of
so
a panic
close.
carry from Slime, but Raven doesn't capitalize on it too much.
Well, couldn't get much of that tower back here.
Yeah, Raven's staying just out of range of these sweet spots, which she really needs to do. Especially now. There's like one fair chain off stage is death. I mean, it's death at like 20, so definitely a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Oh,
single needle into
catching
fair.
with the needle. That was
Raven
good
to
drift from
win
Slime,
game
but
two.
it couldn't save.
Looking for the bracket reset.
Yeah.
Where are we going to see Slime go? I'm just expecting another small stage? I don't know. Smallish. Yeah, Slime, Jules Vel pick. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. I think this is another good stage for Ranaway, so
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of stages are good stages for Rana.
that's true.
Except for like the ones that Raven is already banning.
Definitely.
And
Clean stock starting off there.
wow, seeing a total reflection of game one there.
Yeah. They've been really taking this into their own hands.
Yeah. Slime potentially hoping for it to be a really accurate mirror of game one, but we'll see. And currently answering back, not like crumbling, not getting pressured at all.
Yeah, definitely staying on their feet after that first stock.
Okay,
Definitely love to see when players, you know, just put up with dying that early and can just continue.
yeah, no, that's one thing that's really impressive is when people don't fall to pressure. Okay, but Slime is off stage here, but nope. Edge got punished from Raven. I think she just wasn't expecting the straight wave land.
The sour up smash not killing.
Yeah.
Maybe a down smash could be better there, but it doesn't
will
matter.
do it.
Yeah, the Darkus will do it.
Any Darkus will do. Okay, this is Raven's sort of getting away with this. This is like a full stock difference once more after that first stock. And yeah, just like keeping Slime out with some needles. But the fair chain.
That was
A bit
really
lost
nice.
game, but
Yeah.
we see it here.
That was such a hard one to DI, and Slime really.
Slime's so good at following that DI as well.
You know, Raven earlier was just kind of playing defensive, letting Slime come to him, but now last stock here, can't really do that anymore. Slime has been on top of this entire
This is
stock.
looking. Okay, I was going to say quite dire for Raven, but she takes center stage back, and now Slime's in the corner, trying to make it back.
Darkus will do it.
Needle Darkus. Getting the bracket reset.
Darkus has done so much for, for Raven here.
Slime, yeah, going with the maple switch. I thought we might see this.
Yeah.
Okay, a quick rock, paper, scissors this time.
Yeah. A lot faster. Yeah, you may
Okay.
think swapping character here for Slime might put them off a little bit, but Slime is a jack of all trades, master of all characters. Has
Yeah.
mained basically every character in the game at some point.
Yeah, there are
And-
very few characters Slime hasn't made.
Yeah.
Among them is Etalus.
Yeah, avid Aether Satyr, but yeah.
Yep.
Slime's maple is nothing to sneeze at. I mean,
Well,
his
as we
main
can see
for
with that
a few
first
years.
stock.
Yeah.
Okay, but Raven potentially looking to take the stock without taking too much more damage herself. misses the down tilt up smash.
That was a crucial one to hit there.
And this is really bad. Okay. Slime not quite able to capitalize off of the mark and edge guard. But Lily on ledge once more. Raven able to air dodge past it.
I love that side B there.
Oh,
Tethers to the
on top.
yeah.
I
That
don't
has to
know
be a
if that
miss
was-
input.
It was either a misinput or like some old muscle memory. Because I know when I've played Slime's Maple, it told me about an old way to do up air, tether, up air, which was completely true. Where you had to tether on top and then fast fall up air.
Charging the up smash there.
Yeah, makes sense. Just the safest way to kill.
Definitely.
But Slime with a healthy lead here, and like, if Slime gets a mark, then anything could kill.
Goes for
Maybe
nair
not that
there.
often. Ooh, important dodge from Raven, still living. That's one of the great things about Rano Bubble. You can give yourself so much survivability if you can just have some awareness on where you need to put in, where you need to DI.
Yeah.
And Raven kind of showing that with
Great up B there. Calling out the
just gets the hurtbox extension of back air,
Yeah.
turns it around. Just out of range of the up smash on the platform.
some great tech chasing. Oh no. That is not DI you want to see.
I think Raven was probably expecting a down tilt.
Yeah. It's something you need to see coming or you're just going to die at 40. Like you see
Yeah.
there.
Especially as Rano with his low air friction.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, another Spirit Tree pick. I'm surprised to see Slime not banning this.
Yeah.
This stage has served Raven well this whole tournament, and I don't know about letting her have it.
Yeah. It's commonly known to be one of Rano's best stages.
Yeah. I don't know how it is for Maple, to be honest.
If Slime's not banning it, I think he's definitely just comfortable on this stage in this matchup for this stage.
I guess so. Oh, but gets caught in up B needles. And Raven, yeah, finding forward air into up shrine. Okay, not going to follow up on that back air one. It was slightly awkwardly positioned to be able to get anything off of that.
This set's been so back and forth. You see Raven dominating that first stock and then Slime just comes right back once again.
Yeah. This is good for Slime though, because obviously in that last set, although he had the amazing start, it ended up going to Raven in game one. So I think he'll be he's much better poised here with that game one win. Because even if Raven wins this game, that's DSR taken out when she only has one win. Assuming DSR is in play, which
I think it's not.
it's not.
It's not, yeah.
Okay, that's the side B and
Oh, lovely
able to
conversion.
find-
That was great.
Raven's been really playing well off of these bubbles.
Slime just returning the favors. Yeah, Raven's been really getting the most out of these bubbles there. That was a really creative punish.
Unfortunate mark miss from Slime, but he's not regretting it too much.
There's the down slash DI again that you definitely don't want to see.
Oh, that was
Slime going off.
that was a ballsy.
He definitely should have
there.
stayed on stage there.
Yeah, it kind of gave up his advantage. Well, not kind of, it just did give up his advantage.
Yeah.
And now this could be what Raven needs to bring this game back, but Upbeat gonna take it. Slime up 2-0 on the Maple.
The Maple Switch has definitely served him well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the character he's most comfortable with, so it makes sense.
yep. No character changes here.
So speedy
Going
bat.
straight to game 3. Okay, Raven not picking Spirit Tree again. Forest Floor pick is interesting. You can kind of take advantage of Rano's up smash with its low ceiling.
I think Raven wants the more space on the wider stage to get a bit more of a breather and just like get some space away from Slime.
Yeah,
Because Slime has really just like stayed on top of Raven.
yeah, it's sort of just overrunning. Maple's just so fast.
Getting that conversion there.
Okay,
Off stage.
fairly even. Charging F smash at ledge. The day one Maple. But I mean, it works a lot of the time. It didn't there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good call out on that air dodge.
just in place. Up B cancel, not able to find the kill off of it. He's got something interesting there though. And yeah, Nair tether fair. Not a lot to do about that. I think Raven needed to DI up and out. But it's so hard to be ready to DI that properly.
Good wait.
Ooh, reseeds instead of going for another smash tech. Makes sense. Don't really want to bank on the awkward
Oh, I love
smash
that
tech
double
DI.
there.
I don't know what it was. I feel like up smash was the way to go there, but Slime maybe wasn't ready, maybe inputted too early and then it didn't come out.
I feel like he could have upbeat them instead of doing that F smash, but
Yeah.
F smash got him on stage.
Yeah, if Slime can get a mark here, that Lily on platform is really dangerous.
Yeah.
But right now, Raven's kind of avoiding it, and Slime's not particularly throwing out seeds to get it.
If I was Raven here, I definitely want to clean out this stock as fast as possible. Oh.
But Slime takes it with the forward air. Rano has a good recovery, but if you really want it to be good, it takes a while. And Slime able to just pursue in that time.
This is potentially Raven's last stock of the tournament. Really has to make the most of it now.
Wouldn't that be something? The 3-1 in Grands 1 into 3-0 the other way
Yeah.
for the reset. But Slime is going for it, and
Lives the back air, but not the Dakas.
okay, I was going to say Raven's struggling, but only 40%, and with Slime on his last stock.
Slime taking a breather there.
Can she prevent the 3-0? Okay, that mark is very dangerous right now with that Lily in play.
Slime kind of getting stuck on the platform there.
But Raven doesn't care. Lily's gone. Slime is on high percent right now. Well, for me.
Slime really needs to clear this out.
Okay, but this edge guard could just be the game.
That might be it.
Yeah.
There we go.
And Slime Puffin takes Invasion with a solid 3-0 in Grands 2. And very well done to our runner-up Raven and third place Meme.
Fourth place me.
Fourth place Bosshog, fifth place me and Pika.
But yeah, congratulations to Slime.
I'm saying we were both fifth place.
That was a great grand finals, you know, just showing how Slime can just swap character well. And
Yeah, that was
continue to play.
incredible to see. Just Slime, the flip of a coin, just switch characters and take Grands 3-0.
All those games are so close. Raven played so well. Like after Slime got those like huge advantage states, just coming back again and again, staying confident, keeping it close. So definitely good stuff.
Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream.
Yeah, it was great. Good tournament. Thank you to Team VGen for hosting as well.
Thank you to Bosshog for being my co-commentator.
Thank you for Midmo being my co. It's been great. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. See you later.
So, what was the score in the end?
Okay, so for grands,
Yeah.
so winners finals
Yeah.
was 3-1 for Raven Rabbit,
Yeah, I got that one down.
and set 2 was 3-0 for Slime Puff.
So you made the comeback then. Fair play to mate, congratulations.